Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special treat today on the HammondCast show. We're here at the IAJE, which stands for International Association of Jazz Educators. And jazz educators come from all over the world, and this guy really came from all over the world because he just flew in from Norway. It's Erlend Skomsvoll, a wonderful musician, composer, director. And how you doing today, Erlend?
I'm fine, a bit jet lagged, but I love New York, so it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, man. Well, it's great to have you back in New York, and we saw your concert with Chick Corea, and you've done a lot of fantastic music, and I have to tell you that the concert knocked us out, and there's a lot of older jazz educators here who are kind of conservative, even though you think of jazz as way out music, but there's a lot of very sort of straight old jazz guys, and that music is a fantastic tradition too. But when you came with your orchestra and played these arrangements with Chick Corea, I have to tell you, from being in the audience, I don't know if you could see this because you were concentrating on conducting the music, but there was 2,000 jazz educators sitting there with their mouths open going, wow, what was that, But I mean, it was really great music, You took it outside, you took it inside, and all around. And obviously Chick was having a ball up there too, So what have you been doing lately?
I've been, fixing my old house, which I bought this summer, and I've been raising my 14-month-old child.
All right, fantastic! Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's been my last 2 symphonies.
Yeah, that's a big work, I know, and so congratulations on that. And I'm glad that your family gave you the freedom to come here and be here, because it's important that you're here, because this is an international event, so it wouldn't be international if cats like you didn't show up,
So,
thank you. So did you bring any of your musicians with you this time?
Actually, the trumpeter Mathias Eik.
Oh yeah, we met Mathias.
Won the kind of young artist international prize. So he's the only one, but I'm here just to follow up the concert last year and try to get some contacts in different.
Fantastic. So now, when you are in Norway, you have an ensemble. Is your own configuration? Do you call it a big band? Do you call it an orchestra? How many pieces do you normally have for your work?
I work with all kinds of ensembles, from the full symphony orchestra to the solo piano, and I compose music for very different, kinds of music, from contemporary to pop music.
What size ensemble are you most comfortable with?
It's more about what kind of situation. So the upcoming summer, I'm writing a piece for the timpanis and the classical violin, and it will be performed on the top of a Norwegian mountain.
Wow!
So that's comfortable for me. And the symphony orchestra is comfortable.
That's a very unusual instrumentation.
Yes.
And I noticed that when you were doing Chick's music, you had some French horns on the band too.
Yeah. It was actually the brass quintet with the lead trumpeter and the saxophone quintet. I think one of the reasons was that I think sometimes the traditional big band is too heavy. And since Chick is playing the piano, it shouldn't be too much, brass going in his way. So I thought, but after I did the concert first time with Chick in 2000 at Molde Jazz Festival.
Right.
And the year after, I did a similar project with Pepa Athena and the Trondheim Jazz Orchestra. Then I had the saxophone quartet, the string quartet, the singer, 2 percussionists, bass and you know, Hammond organ and
Oh,
different
really?
kinds of,
So you did some
keyboards.
music with Hammond organ? Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
didn't
is
play the keyboard, but
Uh-huh.
we had one guy to do that. So,
Well,
so for me, the jazz orchestra is, you know, we have to think about the musical situation. And for Pepa Athena, I didn't think it was appropriate to bring too much brass into the
Right,
you know,
right.
because you know of the pitches and the sounds and everything.
yeah, I understand.
And the saxophone quartet and string quartet sounds just terrific with the guitar.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like a soup and sandwich, you know. But your orchestrations for Chick's music, this was really brilliant. I really enjoyed that. And I have to ask you, like, I always wonder, you know, how guys who can write music for all the different clefs, you know, and you obviously have a vision of the whole picture of music, you know, and so how did you get into that? Are you originally a piano player?
Yes.
Piano
and tuba.
So that's your primary instrument?
Yeah, piano is the primary instrument.
And from the piano, you learned how to orchestrate?
Yeah, you know, and there's this. I have several philosophies, but one of them is to study the music when you need it. So one of the arrangements which I did for the Chick Corea project, which is on the record on Bud Powell, I studied the music of the Birth of the Cool album, because I felt it was it was a potential for taking it into the Birth of the Cool style because of the melody and everything. So, but I didn't study the Birth of the Cool before I needed it, you know. So it can be too much lessons in when you study music. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I know what you mean. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Well, one of the things that I noticed from the audience standpoint of view is that your method and style of conducting is very unorthodox, you know.
Yes.
I mean, I have seen a lot of guys conduct large ensembles. You're conducting, I never saw a guy conduct an ensemble like you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really.
I love to hear that.
Very entertaining, and also, you know, you were getting the messages through to the musicians.
Yes.
You were communicating with them very, very intensely, you know. And also, you know, a lot of conductors, they come with tuxedo, you know, and a bow tie and tails, and you know, very formal, you know. But you came in the blue jeans, you know. So
the reason why I did that is, you know, I'm there for the musicians,
right,
and I'm there, you know, to give them the right signals, you know, to get the backgrounds, you know, in the right place and everything.
Yeah.
And in order to make them work and play as best as they can, they have to relax.
Right.
And to make them relax, I have to be relaxed.
Yeah,
so
I noticed that.
You know, so I can't wear a tuxedo on stage, because then I can't behave the way I want.
I noticed that sometimes you were very animated, and then there was sometimes during the concert when you actually sat down in a chair and you're listening, right? I never saw this before. That was great, man.
But, you know, actually, I've done some concerts with this full symphony orchestra also, doing classical or contemporary arrangements and composed things by myself. And you don't have to conduct all the time there either.
Right.
You know, let them play, don't disturb them.
Yeah.
And then if, you know, you have an idea, you show them. And but you know, you don't have to tell a jazz band where the one is.
Right, exactly. You know. So now, for conductors, is there any conductors who are a great influence on you as you were learning to do this?
I'm not sure. I haven't been thinking so much about that.
Have you ever seen Leonard Bernstein conduct?
Yeah, I saw that program, recording session once. He was great.
He
was himself.
Right. He was like so animated also with the music, and so the closest thing I can think of when I watch you conduct, I was thinking like you're kind of a Norwegian Bernstein kind of guy, you know?
Cool. Okay, I should check him out. So you know,
yeah.
it's you know, the thing I look up to is, you know, a personal, relaxed working situation.
Right.
Yeah. So you know, the blue jackets you wear when you are in the garden, you know, fixing flowers and everything. Sometimes I wear that jacket because it's I'm on my job working.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So now, I wanted to tell our listeners out there to definitely check out the works of Erlend. You know, if you don't know how his name is spelled, it's a little unusual for us Americans, you know. So it's Erlend, it's E-R-L-E-N-D, and Skomsvoll, which is S-K-O-M-S-V-O-L-L.
Yes,
you know?
that's right.
And do you have an official website?
It's coming soon. It's skomsvoll.com.
So for now, you can just Google search Erlend Skomsvoll. You're the only cat named Erlend Skomsvoll doing this, you know. And maybe one of the most famous things for us here in USA is that you have this association going back some years now with the great pianist and composer Chick Corea.
Yeah.
And so, are you in touch with Chick recently? Have you?
Yeah, I got a mail from him this morning. You know, Happy New Year. And,
oh, great. So can you just tell us briefly, like, you're in Norway and Chick is living, I don't know, in California or something, right?
No,
where is he?
Florida.
Florida, yeah. So how did you originally contact Chick, and how did you come together and convince him that you're the guy to make these arrangements? You know?
I had this scholarship funded by the Norwegian government, and the Norwegian Festival Molde was talking about having Chick Corea as artist in residence at the Molde 2000 festival. And you know, I was in a meeting with that festival, and they asked me. I said I was ready for an ending, and after that meeting, they asked me, "What about Chick Corea?" And I was talking about, you know, kind of recomposing with a big American star for a Norwegian big band. And they asked me about Chick Corea. Could I do something with him? And he has been, you know, one of the important musicians and composers.
Many congratulations, man. This is a fantastic achievement, you know, because obviously Chick was enjoying himself, you know. He has a lot of respect for what you're doing and the musicians, and he was having a time of his life, you know. It's really a great tribute to his music, too, when you take the time to expand upon the music and these kind of arrangements. So I certainly recommend to the people, if you can hear some of the recordings with Erlend's arrangements for Chick, it's really fantastic stuff, man.
Thank
you know,
you very much.
And so, you know, our radio station is in San Francisco, California. We call it the City by the Bay, and our radio station call letters are KYCY, and the nickname of our station is KYOU. So, have you got anything to say to the listeners out there from KYOU?
Yeah, I hope I can see you on a musical occasion once.